Hey everyone, PJ here. Now listen, I'm gonna get out of my car for a second here, but today I'm actually not here to talk to you guys about cars, watches, or anything necessarily luxurious, because this is not the point of this video. Instead, I want to talk to you about why it's really important for you to get rich. I know this is probably a bizarre topic for you guys because you might be wondering why I'm talking about this. Well, specifically, see, those of you that know me know that I came from literally nothing. I used to sleep in a basement with my mom, and we used to drive a Ford Probe. That was the only thing we owned when we came to America. And today, things have changed significantly. But one of the big things that happens on this channel is you'll see me attack poverty significantly. You'll see me call people names or individuals who are haters and kind of put the trolls in their place. And a lot of people say, well, why aren't you nice to people? And so today I want to talk to you about a very important message. So I want you to really understand, one, why I attack poverty with such like anger and hate, and two, I want you to also understand why it's so important for you specifically watching, regardless of why you follow this channel, that you like me, hate me, that you want to watch me die, or that you're literally watching me because you love cars or watches, whatever it is. I want you to understand why it's so important for you to get rich if you haven't gotten rich yet. Now, let's talk about one key thing here, which is, why do I attack poverty so hard? And the answer is quite simple. When someone hasn't achieved anything, they have ultimately no business whatsoever telling others that have achieved a lot how to basically live, which is a key concept of growth, right? You just don't want people to hinder your growth, and it's important to set people that have excuses or reasons why they can't be successful in their places. And the answer to that is simply because we don't want them to basically get in our lane and slow us down, because they're worthless. Now, if you're someone who's literally sitting at home today and who watches a lot of YouTube videos, watches a lot of cars, watches and things, and wonders, how do I get from where I am to where I'm going? Well, it all starts with this very basic ideology that you have to want to get rich. And you can't alienize or literally just push away money from the equation. There's a lot of people who tell you money isn't everything, money isn't important, family matters, etc. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you not getting rich is actually not just hurting you, it's hurting everyone around you. Because first off, let's talk about our significant others. So some of you are married, some of you have children, and so on and so forth. Now, the option of freedom comes at a cost, right? Having money allows you to pick how you spend your time, that you want to spend time with your loved ones, that you want your loved ones to spend time at home rather than just being out and having to go to work. Let's say you have a wife and you don't want her to work. Well, the only way you can do that is if you actually have money. So money creates leverage for your family, and your family can be, regardless if they're extended, just being just like your wife or your girlfriend, or an entire array of people that is you're taking care of your family, your mother, your father. It doesn't make a difference. Bottom line is, without money, they're suffering. And so one of the things I want to point out here is that, money comes with this really beautiful thing called choice. Now, you watch me a lot on this channel, and I talk a lot about, buying exotic cars as assets and things like that. And I love that, and I do that. That's how I spend a portion of my money, because I really, really enjoy it. Now, some people don't enjoy that much, and they don't necessarily think they want to spend any money on cars or watches, which is 100% okay. But that is the power of having money. You actually have a choice of how you get to spend it. And so it's very important to understand that not only does it create a lot of value for your family, but it also creates incredible choice for you to choose how you spend your money. Regardless if you want to spend it on cars, watches, taking care of your family, or anything else, it won't make a difference. But it will make a difference for you to have that choice, which is why it's so important. The other part that really matters as well is that when you have choice, you can also choose how you take care of those that took care of you. Because you see, growing up, like I said, me and my mom didn't have much, and one of the benefits of getting rich has been to be able to give my mom the life that she's never had, that she's always wanted to give me and couldn't afford to. And ultimately, I spend my life giving her that life because I could and she couldn't. So the point is, again, getting rich gives you the ability to give back to those who have helped you along the way, or supported you at least to get you to the starting line so you could get to the very top yourself, right? Again, another important point of getting rich. Now, the final ideology behind getting rich is that you get to experience life in a way that you never have before. And I want to explain this because you see, all the cars here are really something that you have to understand. There's a lot of cars here. There's 2 Sennas, there's a P1, there are 2 Ford GTs. Like, I buy everything in 2s, so there's an STO and an SVJ here. The point I'm trying to make is that it's very important to understand that cars to most people are vanity. Like, they buy cars because they want to experience a certain status, or they want to experience speed, or whatever it is. For me, cars are about an expression of creativity. So when someone basically creates an SVGA, there's a lot of engineering, a lot of years, a lot of power that goes into the individuals that bring their creativity to life by building this car. And as a result of it, I want to understand that I am in a position to be able to enjoy someone else's creativity. So it's very important to get rich so that you can tap into the most creative minds in the world in this exact regard. Ultimately, you're able to buy your way into the greatest experiences that have ever existed. Now, someone would argue, why do you need so many cars? Well, this is the beauty of choice again. You can choose how you spend your money, and more importantly, if you have so much of it, you don't have to choose. You can both take care of your family, take care of those that have taken care of you, and ultimately enjoy your garage with 50, 60, 200 cars. Go crazy, right? Buy the things that ultimately allow you to get to this level of incredible creativity. Because the point of life is always to find a future version of yourself at each stage of the game. It's always about the internal evolution a person goes through. And one of the key ways we do that is through the creative efforts of those around us that literally impact us as well. We buy the finest art so we can get inspired. We buy the finest cars so that we can get inspired when we drive. And more importantly, we buy the finest things in life so that we can have an easier time focusing on the things that matter. So this message is basically to tell you, the viewer, whoever you are, whatever status you are, whatever age you are, that as long as you fight this idea of getting rich, you will not get rich. But it's very important for me to tell you, as a person that's been incredibly poor to a person that's been incredibly rich, why it is much better to be wealthy than poor. And that is simply drawn down to one word: the choice to choose not only how you spend your time, but how you spend your money. But ultimately, the decisions you make are built into the choices that you can make because of the money you've made. So the point I'm trying to make here is that I want more of you guys to get rich, and that's why I fight those trolls and those clowns that come on this channel that want to just create that negativity. I troll them to death because I don't care about them, right? But I do care for the select few of you that are watching this that do want to get rich, and this is why I've created my programs, my courses, and everything else. So a lot of you guys maybe misunderstand what my courses are about, or you think that I'm going to teach you how to buy a car and flip it. That's truly not the case. I don't even teach you how to buy and flip watches. What I'm really teaching you is how to use alternative assets. You see, alternative assets are cars and watches, and they are not liabilities. They actually bring money. I wouldn't just piss away money day in and day out if I didn't think there was a reason to do it where I couldn't get an ROI on my money. And part of the beauty of alternative assets is you get to enjoy the way you spend your money. But in addition to that, you also get to level up while you're doing it. So imagine the ability to not only have all the things you dream of, but actually get richer buying them rather than to getting rich to buy them. So I want you to get rich so you can buy them, but I want you to get even richer buying them, which is why I share these things in my courses and I break down my financial background to give you all the possible answers to becoming rich yourself. That is the point of my Exotic Car Hacks and Watch Trading Academy channel. And while many of you may think I'm rude, I'm very direct, and that directness allows you to focus on the things that matter and not get distracted by the outside noise trying to prevent you to getting there. And so if I can attract less trolls and get less views, I'm very happy with that, as long as the select few of you that are here for the right reasons are ultimately able to get richer, which is the goal here, to get rich to the point of choice where you can make the choice of how you live. And regardless that you want cars or not, at least now you know how to do it without actually losing your money doing it. So if you haven't yet joined any of my courses, it's okay. You can enjoy all of the YouTube content I create, and I hope you do, and I hope you get entertained. And more importantly, I really hope that you are at least leveraging alternative assets your own way. But for those of you that are not, for those of you that actually want to get rich in 22 and are tired of sitting on the sidelines watching other people on YouTube do videos just like this, telling you what they bought, what new car they got, how they have 2 Sennas and a P1 instead of just one Lamborghini or something, this is the time for you to act. Because you see, in a few days, I'm going to be launching what I call my biggest sale of the year, my Black Friday in July. Now, I have 2 big sales in the year. One of them is Black Friday in July. One of them is actually Black Friday, where I discount all of my products over 80%. Now, this isn't a marketing gig or a marketing way to get a lot of money. It's because I want to give access to individuals who typically wouldn't have access to this type of information because it's usually reserved for individuals that have a higher net worth, right? So I want to give you access to all that at a price so low that you can at least get educated and start to learn the principles that I teach on a day-to-day basis, because it's important that the only way we're going to actually fix the wealth gap in America and across the globe is to give individuals who want to get rich an opportunity, a ladder, a pull into being able to get rich. And the way we do that is education, but not the formal education system, but rather the self-education system from individuals who have gone up that ladder from the very bottom and are able to do this. And that is why I've been teaching since 2008. And that is why I want you to get rich. So if you haven't yet, click the link at the bottom of this video into the description, wherever they put it, and join my waitlist. And in the next few days, we're going to launch the biggest sale of the year for both Exotic Car Hacks and Watch Trading Academy, and even my entire business bootcamp, which gives you the opportunity to learn how everything I've learned in business can literally impact you from A to Z. So regardless that you're at the bottom looking for your first business idea, or that you're somewhere where you have some capital to get into cars or watches, you need to learn these principles now, and you can at least, at the very least, learn the core principles that give you the financial background to be successful doing this. So click the link anywhere on your screen and actually join us during this incredible sale, because these sales are for you. I'm already rich enough. Like, this doesn't necessarily make me richer in the sense that this isn't going to change how many Sennas I own or how many P1s I buy. What is going to happen, though, more of you are going to ultimately be playing this game and being able to use your creative freedom, because you're able to experience the creativity of other great individuals that have come before you, that have created some of the greatest assets in the world for just a select few to enjoy. So greatness takes time, but more importantly, greatness takes consistency. And it takes a lot of staying ahead. And that ahead comes from education. Too many of us stop getting educated once we get out of school. So this is your chance to continue that education. Click the link. And again, I want you to get rich. So click the link, and hopefully I'll actually see you in one of my communities. Happy July 4th.